1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How are you, Finn? I guess we should ask first, how's the health? Are you going to be put to Wednesday?
Yeah, health's really good. Obviously, the advantage of this little fever break's been good for me, and yeah, had a really good week of work, so feeling really good.
So what was it that kept you out of that Adelaide game?
I just had a little problem with my back. Still trying to. But been obviously up and down this season. Too much time on the sidelines, which I hate, but it's part of the sport. So, but yeah, looking forward. I feel really good.
Has it been one of the frustrating things for you this year to kind of catch a rhythm with being in and out so much?
It's obviously frustrating, but I mean not just for me, but with the team, we've had to do a lot of different things with guys in and out. So. It's definitely frustrating. I hate sitting down and being on the sideline, but like I said, it's part of it.
A one-off sort of elimination play-in game, you know, winner advances, loser starts their off-season. It's your kind of game?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's my kind of game, our kind of game. We're really up for it. It's a great kind of, I've never played a play-in like this, so I'm really excited.
What's it about? I mean, you know, apart from obviously scoring more than them, what's it about kind of coming prepared and ready to be at the level you need to be?
They have strong characteristics. They're a fast-paced team, and they play very free-flowing. This is no secret, but more than anything, I think it's about us. You know, what version of us we get, the best version of ourselves, I think, is one of the best teams in the league. So, trying to come out the gates hot and put it on them.
Everyone's expecting Sydney to win. You know?
I mean, I'm not. So
no, exactly. I was going to say, does that underdog role, that kind of, gets the odds kind of role fit you guys?
We kind of been like that all season, honestly. Reflecting back on the regular season, I'm quite proud of this team. It's a unique team. We were spent a lot of time at the bottom of the ladder, honestly, early on in the season, and standings aside, we weren't the team earlier on in the season that we are now in terms of character and togetherness and kind of cohesion and stuff like that. So what we've seen on the court the last month of the season and some of those big wins is I think because of that. So I'm really proud of the guys and the team. And I say that because it excites me about this plan and the amount of basketball that I believe we have left.
What part of the team character grew?
Everything. We have an extremely competitive bunch, and when you're losing early on in the season, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time talking about early on in the season, but it is important to where we are now. We have an extremely competitive bunch, and we went through periods where people really weren't happy with the results and where we were, and when your expectations are high and you're not playing up to that standard, it's frustrating. And we came out of that, and we're at a point now where we've put ourselves in the position to kind of see what we're capable of. And when I say things like it's exciting, that's really what I'm talking about.
What's been the focus in training this past week?
Just being the best. I'm just going to give you cliches for that, honestly, but a lot of things that you'll see on Wednesday nights.
The last time you guys played the Kings, they did get 20 points over you. How do you reflect on your performance from that game then moving into this one?
It was at a different point in the season and a different point in not only us but them. It wasn't a great performance, but I don't think it's a representation of the game that we're gonna have on Wednesday. So we obviously watch those games back and see things that we did and things that we didn't do bad. But I don't think there's a heap to learn from that game. I mean, maybe I'm trying to look at it too positively, but it's a different basketball game on Wednesday night for sure.
Anthony Lamb hasn't flown back despite being injured. He was at practice today and he's been quite vocal with the team. He's a leader. What's he been saying to the team ahead of this game? Because clearly he's not flying, but he must be talking to guys, and you're quite close to him.
Yeah, Lambo's been vocal in this lead-up. He's obviously played for their coach before in the G League, so he knows little bits. No overriding message, but just really helpful little bits of information, kind of different to everybody, how they can affect the game, what they can look for, but also just reminding guys their strengths, what to lean into, things like that.
My mind travels back actually a couple of years ago to the second COVID season. I think that we were awful for the first half of it, and first win was against Sydney. I think you played in that game. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Yeah,
I remember that game. We were down 10 with 4 minutes and 45 left. It was our second win. Peyton Seaver played really well. He had a couple of good floaters coming to his left. I had a few threes and one in the right wing, dribbling to my left and then in the last minute. Yeah, I do remember that game. I like playing in Kudos. It's a good game. It's obviously a much different team, but it's an arena that we've had success in and a great place to play.
I think that's the point I was trying to make, is that in the Championship Series game last year, first game, Breakers weren't expected to win, and yet they did. You didn't play that game, but in that COVID season, Breakers weren't expected to win anything, and yet they did, and it was a huge win at that time. So what is it about playing in that arena that perhaps the Breakers are better at compared to other teams?
So it's a nice arena. So it's a good place to play. I think all of those situations, what we were seen as the underdog, we're seen as the team that wasn't supposed to win, and I think it's a characteristic that we kind of lean into, that we like. Any real competitor likes that kind of environment.
In the past, the Wildcats have been the traditional rival of the Breakers. With the Championship Series being so successful last season, did the team see Sydney as a growing rival compared to, say, Wildcats or the manufactured rival in Tasmania?
I think so. It's definitely a rivalry game. Recent times this club's had a lot of big games. With Sydney, a very thrilling final series with them last season. It's a plan we really want to win, obviously.
You've been in must-win mode for a little while now. How do you sort of change the mentality for what truly is a sudden death game?
A lot of people like to make things about big games. The reality is that it's just a different basketball game, another basketball game. Every game that we walk into, I'm not trying to sound cliche, but every game that we walk into has a huge sense of urgency. We don't look past it. We don't look before it or anything like that. We're strictly in the moment, every possession, and we are an intense team the way we go about things. Every moment's a must-win, really, and Modi kind of has that intensity about him. You're right, we have been in kind of must-win mode for a while now, and I go back to when I said we're a competitive bunch, we kind of like that. But every game in itself kind of has that atmosphere about it, has that feeling, so it's nothing new.
There was a lot of talk 2 weeks ago about Tom retiring. You were at the awards dinner last week where there was a lot made of Tom. Is that been put to one side now, or is it still sort of in the back of your mind in particular that this could be Tom's last game?
Yeah, a bit of both. I'd be lying if I said I'd completely put it aside. Obviously, it's Tom himself would say it's 100% about the team, but it's just extra motivation. I've been really lucky in my career to come up under Tom and be a rookie and a youngster and with a vet like Tom. So I would like nothing more than to send them out with a championship or with what he deserves.
We done? Thank you.